Hey everybody, welcome back. Tom here from Whistle Thicket. So it's the springtime, winter's basically over, and I'm in my bee yard. 6 of my 9 hives made it through the winter, which is okay. But I always buy a package or two just to, as an insurance policy. I kind of have 10 hives, so I can have 5 hives, and that's what kind of happens sometimes. So I have a package or two that I'm going to install. But I've always been curious, so here's the package. So a package is about 3 pounds of bees plus a mated queen in a queen cage. In my area, they're about 130 to 140. So it's definitely a little bit of an investment, but it's one of the ways I grow or maintain my apiary. I also buy queens. I do splits. I do walkaway splits. Sometimes I have up to 12, 13 hives. I kind of average about 6 hives. But I've always been curious. Mites are a big problem all across America. And honestly, I really don't do a lot of mite checks anymore. I just treat all of my hives, partially because if one hive has mites, they can very easily transfer to the other bees. I kind of treat my hives almost as one super hive. There's no point, I think, in treating one hive because those mites are going to spread very easily. And really, if one hive has them, probably all of them have them. But I'm a little bit curious if I have mites already in this bee package. This package comes from South Carolina, about 2.5 hours from me. I'm in the mountains of North Carolina. There's not a lot of bee farms in my area, mainly because of the mountains and the climate. So I'm going to do an alcohol wash, which I usually don't do, because with the alcohol test, it kills about 200 to 300 bees. You fill up this cup with your bees, you put it in here, you do a shaky shake for a while, and if you have mites, they're going to pass through these holes. They're going to detach themselves from the bees. The bees are going to die, unfortunately, so are the mites, but it's a good way to check out the mite count for your hive. 300 bees, 200 bees may sound like a lot, but just remember, a productive hive, the queen is going to be laying anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 to 1,800 eggs every day in the summer and spring. And with the natural life cycle of bees, there's bees dying every day, 500, 600 to 1,000 bees. So your hive is growing, but it's just a life and death cycle. So 200 to 300 bees may sound like a lot. And hey, it is. I don't usually do alcohol washes. But I'm going to, just for now, to test out my package here. You could do a sugar roll, but those aren't really that accurate. So I'm just really curious. Do I already have mites in this package? And if so, it's just kind of how it is. The place I order from is a good bee farm as far as those go. But I have a theory that, bee farms, thousands and thousands of hives, some of these I bet, hundreds for sure. And I just wonder if the mite problem starts at these bee farms. So let's check it out. So I typically don't use my smoker if I'm installing a package. And I'm basically going to be installing these bees right in this hive next to it. It's pretty quick usually to install a package, hopefully. Sometimes things go wrong, but I guess luckily there's not too many things that can go wrong. And the bees are generally kind of calm because they don't have a lot to protect. They don't have brood to protect. They don't have honey. They don't have their comb to protect. Their queen, there's a queen cage in here, and the queen has probably been in here with them for several days. So honestly, a lot of these bees are probably already used to her pheromone, and it's going to take a couple days for them to dig her out of the queen cage. But let's go ahead and pop this open. This is my queen cage I'll put on the side here. Yes, there's some bees escaping, but we'll be okay. So over here, I'm going to go ahead and install this package, and as I'm doing that, I'm going to get my cup of bees, okay? Sorry, bees, you're just the ones that are going, huh? Again, I don't like doing this, but we're gonna do our test here. I'm gonna shake that up in a minute. I gotta take care of this package here, huh? Okay, so I need to shake, rattle, and roll this mite counter for about a minute. This is probably the standard one people get these days. Varroa Easy Check by Vito Pharma, I guess you can get this most beekeeping websites. And again, the alcohol is unfortunately going to kill the bees, and I don't like doing that. I rarely do an alcohol wash, okay? It's pretty uncommon for me. I haven't done this in actually several years. And you just get some rubbing alcohol or any other type of alcohol, I assume. You shake it, you shake it. Not seeing any mites. Maybe one mite in there. But I'm gonna keep shaking it, and just give it the time it needs, hopefully. I don't want there to be mites. I want it to be an honest test. Well, folks, I guess I'm happy to report that I don't see I want to say I don't see a single mite in this sample. Let's see if I can show you here. Now I'm going to take another look at this. I still got to do some more splitting and things like that. But it looks like there's not any mites in this package, which is good. It makes me more likely to keep buying from this farm if I keep buying bees every now and then. I also wonder if it's so early in the year where mite populations just naturally aren't that high yet. Kind of, you know, June, July is when they start to really pick up. But the good news is I don't see a single mite in here. So I don't know if this will be your experience if you buy a package, but at least for this particular package, it seems that I don't have any mites, which is good. I know at least that hive is starting off on a good foot. So again, I don't normally do an alcohol wash, but I did today, and it proved to be not futile, because I'd rather not have mites than have mites, but turns out I didn't have mites today. So this is a handy little tool. I think these are about 25-30 bucks online. I really don't use it that often, but hey, it's just another tool to have in your beekeeping arsenal. So thanks for joining us.